Hey everyone, welcome to the video. So today we're going to be looking at the matchup between Taliyah and Ekko. Um, this matchup is pretty easy for the most part on us, especially in laning phase. A lot of people might tell you to max your Unraveled Earth here, but I still do recommend maxing your Threaded Volley. But we'll jump into the game here, and as we go through the game, I'll let you know, the reasons I do things that I do. The first thing that I want to tell everyone right now is that when I play Taliyah, I take my seismic shove off quick cast, and the reason I do that is because on Taliyah's release, her W wasn't a vector cast. It was a bit more, some people might call it clunky, but I got so used to it, and then Riot, changed it after her release, and I wasn't a very big fan of it, and I tried it for a little while, and I thought, maybe I'll get used to it, but I never really did. And I always think that I am able to execute the seismic shove better when it's not on quick cast, and so therefore I take it off. So if you're having maybe trouble and you're using quick cast and you're trying to hit that seismic shove, if you are having trouble, maybe try taking it off quick cast, and maybe it'll work a little bit better for you that way. So getting into the game, it should be a pretty standard game for us. Should be pretty easy. Ekko can be a little scary in lane, especially when it brings something like Ignite with the Thunderlords. You do need to be careful about the level 2. Some Echoes can kind of get you in a weird bind. They hit you with their Q, and then they hit you with their E, and they hit the Ignite, and next thing you know, you're like, oh my god, I'm burning to death. I'm losing this matchup, and boom, first blood, right? So you do have to be kind of careful with him early. But nonetheless, this is a very simple matchup for us. So getting into lane, pretty basic. We're just gonna CS as best we can and harass when it suits us best. So that wasn't the ideal Q that I wanted. 9 times out of 10, normally what I like to do is when there's those last 2 minions, those first melee minions, I like to use my Q on those minions and take them out at the same time. And then when I take them out, I keep my Q casting and I hit the enemy champion. Maybe we can do it here in a second. It's kind of a way to catch them off guard. This is what I mean by the level 2. He's now got his Q and his E, and he can be a bit harsh to deal with at this point. The one thing to remember about Taliyah is that at level 2, it's kind of like, I don't really have much going on yet. At level 3, that's when things start getting fun, right? Because then we get our shove and we're able to do our full combo, and we don't have to play like such a scared person in the mid lane anymore. Again, if he's shoving you in, you don't have to worry too much about it. It's not a big deal. Just keep CSing, play your game, and take the advantages when you can. Again, once you hit level 3, that's when your big lane power spike comes into play, right? Ekko's power spike is kind of that level 2, and ours comes at level 3 when we're able to hit that seismic shove into the Unraveled and into the Q. Some people will tell you to use your W first and make sure you land the knock. Alright, so here's a gank. That's one way to get out of it. So pretty simple right there. Ekko did use his Ignite. Shaco can be tough, right? Because he can come out of nowhere. He can just, run into... I'm going to go get these minions real quick too. Shaco's always a bit tough to deal with, right? Because he can just come out of, you know, thin air, and next thing you know, it's like, holy shit, I'm getting ganked, right? He's one of my most hated champions by far, but it doesn't mean that you can't deal with him. So all we did was, when Shaco came in, when we realized that he was there, was we kind of moved this way, right? And it was very close. But again, if you hit that seismic shove, and remember when Ekko, he's likely going to dash to you. And when he dashes, you just wait for that dash. And when they're both standing on top of each other, boom, we hit him with a seismic shove, we swag, walk away. Super easy. Early in this lane, it can feel a little overwhelming. You can feel like, well, how come I don't have more control of this lane? You know, Taliyah is weak. Why? What's going on? You know. But as the lane progresses, you'll begin to see the advantage that you have over Ekko. So now Ekko's almost level 6, and we're almost level 6 as well. This is where things start getting fun for us, right? Because we get our Weaver's Wall. Now it's possible Ekko's roaming, but we don't mind right now. I'm more worried about getting the CS and scaling. Okay, now we have our Weaver's Wall, and immediately when I hit 6, I always look around for something, you know? I tend to come over and ward Raptors just to see if maybe I can find the jungler, you know, or just to have that extra vision. So now Ekko's also level 6, so now we have to worry about his ult a little bit. And you can see I kind of predicted, you know, he would run away from the Q at first. But after, it's almost everyone you ever see, you know, they'll see your Q and they'll say, okay, Q's done, I'm coming back in. And you can kind of predict, okay, I can hit a seismic shove here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to roam to the bot lane. Hopefully they see us coming. And we're going to execute our wall here. That was beautiful by Rakan there. I mean, you can't ask for more out of your bot lane there. So that's what we like to do at level 6. Again, if your lane's not going well, and you're thinking, man, I don't know what's going on, I don't know if this lane's not going well for me, don't forget that you have a ton of potential to scale really hard by roaming to different lanes once you hit level 6. On that one, like I said, you can kind of see, you look down at bot lane, you check your minimap, and you say, okay, bot lane's a little shoved up, I think I can make a play here. And just let your bot lane know, hey, you know, I'm coming down. And most people can understand, okay, Taliyah's on the way, you know, she's got our wall, like, we're going to make something happen. And I think Rakan recognized that real well there, and he landed that knockup. And as soon as he landed that knockup, we hit our wall, we were in, we got the kill, we got out. I don't recommend... like, as you can see, I didn't really stick around, right, to maybe try and to go for that Yorick. If it's a guaranteed double kill that you can pull off bot lane, you can always, you know, go for that extra kill. But if it's someone that's just kind of backing away and, you know, they're kind of tanky a little bit or something, don't worry about it. Just take your kill, take what happened, you know, go back, buy, get what you need, and just come back to lane. Some things that I think some early Taliyah players can run into is maybe overstaying when they roam like that. We can see Shaco came to the wall here. And what you don't want to do is cause yourself to overstay. Because as good as our roaming is, we don't want to give up our lane fully, you know, or give too much because we roamed for too long, right? We want to get in, get our kill, and get out. And if you don't get a kill, don't worry about that either, you know what I mean? Creating pressure for your team is always a good thing too. You can kind of see I'm kind of clearing with abilities here. Now as far as the build goes, I am going Morellonomicon this game. Some people really find that Taliyah's build can vary, you know, depending on the matchup and stuff like that. I did bring exhaust for Ekko this game, and I also brought it because we have the Shaco in the jungle, and like I said, when those two come in, it can be kind of difficult to deal with. So that's not good. Let's see what Shaco's gonna do here. Doesn't look like anything's gonna happen. Now we do have wall coming up, and Jinx is fairly low, but we don't know where Ekko is. But you can see this bot lane, they're totally unsuspecting right now. So what we'll do here is we'll exhaust Jinx. And the reason why I exhausted Jinx there is because I thought, oh no, you know, Lee Sin's in a bit of trouble here. Maybe we bit off more than we could chew. That little bit of extra exhaust is going to limit that damage that she did to Lee Sin and just allow him to get out of the fight. You know, we didn't hit our knock, and as you can kind of see, it's very, you know, you're still able to get the kill on certain targets, but your knock, you know, your seismic shove and your unraveled earth is a big part of your combo. And anytime you can land it, you certainly want to, you know, make sure you get that. It's a huge part of the Taliyah combo. So back to itemization. Like I said, I'm going Morellonomicon. This is a huge power spike for Taliyah, right? We have the 20% CDR. We have blue buffs. We get another 10% cooldown reduction from that. And we also run 10% CDR from our runes. That's scaling. So you can see we have 34% cooldown reduction right now, which is massive for Taliyah. But again, some people, you know, the builds vary on Taliyah. You can do the Hextech GLP route. You can do the Rod of Ages route. I've seen people that really enjoy the Proto Belt route. I mean, it's all up to what your playstyle is and what fits best for you. Right now, through my Mobifier guide, I recommend either the Morellonomicon route, the GLP route, or the Rod of Ages route. Morellonomicon is your more standard kind of like, I'm here to, you know, mess shit up. And your Rod of Ages, or like your GLP build, is more like, I want to be a little bit tanky, you know, I want to heal off my spells sort of that I do, and it's still a totally viable thing. Morellonomicon is just a very big power spike. We can see Ekko here. You see Jinx. Now, this is where things get fun. So we just kind of roam down here. I mean, we didn't have to wall for these, you know. We just showed up and easy kills, you know. So now we can kind of transition to Dragon. One thing that's big about Taliyah is that you always want to have that map pressure. Even if you don't have Weaver's Wall, or you think, I don't really need to use it here, you always want to keep your roam potential up. Make the enemy team think about you, you know what I mean? Make yourself a threat to the enemy team. And make them respect that you have roam potential, right? When it comes to her passive, you can kind of see I didn't really walk next to the walls there. You know, if I'm going like a short distance, you know, drag into mid, I might, you know, zone out a little bit, not use the walls for my passive and stuff like that. But ultimately, you want to try and stick next to your walls and get that extra movement speed. Some people find her passive is a little bit weak, but again, the roam potential from Taliyah when you're using that passive and when you're moving around the lanes is actually a very major thing. It can be hard to keep in mind, especially if you're a very new Taliyah player and you're not really so used to it. But after a while, it becomes habit, and for me especially, even when I'm not playing Taliyah, I find myself playing like, you know, Azir or Katarina, and I'm walking next to walls like I have that passive still. So it does take a little bit of time to get used to, but once you do get used to it, you can really maximize it. So they have a pink ward here, but Ekko went top to gank our top lane. So we're just trying to maximize things here. But we don't want to waste too much time, so what I'm going to do is come back to the mid lane and try and really shove this tower up a bit and get some damage on it. Now here's something that maybe we can try. You can see the TP coming in, but we have wall, right? Again, passive, this is where it comes in huge. You're like, I don't know if I can make it up there in time. But if you just trust yourself, it can be a bit easier. Again, so we got the Ekko, we roam, and we get the Teemo. Now I'm not going to move around too much here. I don't want to walk into any shrooms, right? But again, use that passive to your advantage, right? Oh shit. Whoops, right? Yeah, so Shaco can be a big deal. It's nothing to get down about. It's just his playstyle, man. You know, it happens. You can see I used the exhaust there. I almost thought I was going to stay alive, but the minute he went invisible and used that ult, he got us. But again, don't hesitate to use that exhaust summoner spell if you're bringing it with you to get out of things like that. Okay, so we're making some progress here. As far as like your tower, and if you feel like, man, I'm moving kind of slow on my tower right now, and you know I'm not really putting as much pressure into it as I want to. I just want to run this thing down mid. You know, don't worry about it too much. You know, what we have to understand is that we're 5-1. Our CS isn't perfect, but it's decent. You know, and that's kind of what you want to look for. Now we can see Ekko has ult here, so we don't necessarily want to try any crazy all-in stuff, but if we can try and get rid of that ult, maybe shove him out of lane, things like that, that would be a big help right now. I don't think we'll make it, but we might be able to find Shaco. We did find Shaco. We might have. Now we don't know where Ekko is, so we need to be careful of that. Yeah. And we have to understand that he does have his ult. Now you can see I moved this way instead of the other way because of that worked ground. It's tough in the jungle when you have worked ground and stuff like that. And on that one specifically, you know, we weren't sure where Ekko was. We were gonna try and kind of roam for this team over here, and see if maybe we could find him or Shaco. And we did find Shaco, but unfortunately, we ran into Ekko too. So be aware of where your mid laner is, right? Because we thought he roamed this way, and it ended up he came right back to us, and you know they were able to kill us. So with the build so far, what we're doing now is we're going to Rylai's. A lot of people, they might try and talk you out of Rylai's. Me personally, I'm not someone that's going to do that. I'm going to tell you every time that Rylai's is a good build every time. I personally enjoy the fact, and I like the fact that I can control people's movement, you know what I mean? And with Taliyah and her Qs, it's even better because we're just kiting all day long. So when someone like Teemo is trying to get away or something, or you know Jinx is on some crazy killing spree and she's got insane movement speed, we can always be assured that no matter what, Rylai's is gonna slow these guys down. So what we're looking for here is to put some pressure in bot. Now you can see that combo with that seismic shove is a huge combo, right? Like we just so happen to hit it, right? It's got a pretty decent range, you know, you can tell. And just hitting that combo with some Qs, we were able to take out Jinx that easily. So we were able to kill Shaco there. And while we were down here, Ekko did get our tower, but we're not too worried about it. We've got a long time to go in this game. Now Ekko is coming down. We do have exhaust though. That's a great little thing here. Now we have to be kind of careful, so we don't want York to put us in a little bubble trap type thing. It's the last thing we really want. But what we'd like to do is maybe try and look for a wall here. We know Shaco's, you know, dead recently, so I don't think he's too much of a threat right now. But what I'm actually gonna do is kind of roam away from it. And we do have Rylays, but I'm gonna clear this wave and then I'll back and get Rylays. After Rylai's, you can go a lot of ways. In this matchup specifically, right? I don't tend to build too defensively in certain matchups. Ekko being one of them. I don't see him as too much of a big deal. I kind of rely on good positioning and good crowd control using Rylai's in our slows and our knocks and things like that. But in certain other matchups that you can kind of find that I've laid out as well in the matchup guide, you can see that we might prioritize like some MR, right? Or some Mercury treads in case we're going up against some hard CC like Syndra. You know, Ahri can sometimes be a good one just because of getting hit by that charm. You know, Banshee's Veil, something like that. But this game, what I'm going to do is go straight into my Liandry's Torment. Now here we are again in the bot lane. Again, Taliyah, she's like a bot lane's worst nightmare. I mean, it's just... It can be detrimental, you know, to their health to even be in a game with Taliyah, because it's like, we're always there, we're always looking for it, you know. And you can see Jinx, right? She's a little angry about the camp, but that's what we do. We're here to create things like that, and the chaos in the bot lane like that. Okay, so Ekko's coming through. Warwick's on the side. I mean, excuse me, Yorick. Again, Rylai's. This guy's going nowhere. None of these guys are going anywhere. Because we have that Rylai's. The Ekko we're going to try and catch on the backside, maybe. So it looks like he did roll through. Again, knock. Big part of the combo, you know? I mean, I barely had to Q there to kill that guy. Whoops. We don't want to take it on CS, sorry. Okay, so again, I do have like 450 gold. I could buy a pink ward or something. You know, I could buy health potions. I'm just ready to get back on the fight, you know. But I do recommend always, this is, you know, a Taliyah tip. Always, if you want to climb elo, buy pink wards. You know what I mean? Even if you have a pink ward on the map, it's always good that if you can fit a pink ward in your bags, get a pink ward. Great idea. Always get a pink ward. I know I touch on it a little bit in the Mobifier guide. Here we go again. We're gonna go punish. Whoop, wait a minute. I don't even think Shaco knew we were here. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Oh! Well, the Thunderlord's proc got us, right? However, the great thing, we had our Unraveled Earth, right? We all know about that. We had Unraveled Earth out over here, and because, you know, we flashed that wall, I wasn't really planning on running an Ekko there, but we flashed that wall, but the Unraveled Earth was still down, and Shaco is low enough that when that Unraveled Earth procced itself again that second time, it killed him. Sometimes you can get a little lucky like that, you know? I mean, it's not like I totally planned to be like, okay, I'm gonna die, but, you know, he's gonna get hit by the Earth. It's just the way it happens sometimes, and some opponents, they're not very... you know, they don't even think about it. It's like, oh, I'm low health. Ah, whatever. You know, and the Unraveled Earth just happens to catch them because they stick around too long. Oh. Yeah, I'll go back. So by this. When it comes to my Doran's ring, I try and hold on to that thing as long as possible. I don't know why. You know, I can't really give you any good reason for it other than it's like, might as well, right? I mean, why would I buy it? Why would I sell it? Anything like that. If I can hold it in my bags, hold it in my inventory, hold on to it, you know? Hang on, let's see if we can find something here. So again, I mean, that Rylai's, you know, it didn't really offer him a chance to get away. Now we have Teemo here. Again, I don't know. they forgot we were here, but don't be afraid, by the way, to use your Unraveled Earth as like that final ability, right? If your Q's not up and you need that damage to get that killing blow. When I first started playing Taliyah, this might sound weird. I don't know if anyone else has ever done it or does it. But when I first started playing Taliyah, it's like I would forget about my Unraveled Earth. I'd be like, that thing doesn't do much damage unless I have my knock, right? But you never want to really forget about it. And you can use it as a killing blow, especially later in the game like this, if your Q is still on cooldown or you know, something like that. It does do some pretty decent damage and you can get the kill. Okay, so here we don't have our wall up. I think we'll grab blue buff. Maybe you go shove bot lane out a little bit. We're getting a bit more to the later game. You can see we're definitely hitting way harder on our Qs and stuff like that. And that's all thanks to Liandry's Torment with that. Oopsie. So I wasn't paying attention there. We might have had a good pick there, but I wasn't paying attention. I think Jinx might want to fight us. Oh. So we have to be careful for is we don't know where Ekko is and we don't know where Teemo is right now. Now, there's something called cheese, right? You can kind of come over here. Clear this wave a little bit. Get some more CS. What we're building to right now is Void Staff. Uh-oh. Okay, we could water this guy until we get the kill, but let's just see what happens. Because we might need to help over here, right? You know, we are going to help over here, actually. We're going to let Ekko go now. Alright, let's go find Ekko. He may have already gotten away, though. Did he execute? No, he didn't execute. He likely got away. We could have walled. Personally, I'd rather keep my wall for something else. Okay, Shaco's clone is what we just killed. Again, exhaust, Rylai's. That guy's not going anywhere, man. Should we have walled to Ekko? Probably, you know. I thought maybe my teammates could get him. I really wanted to save my wall for something else, especially since like things like these. Whoa, look who's back though. Now Ekko does have ult. So yeah, what we're doing is we're building for Void Staff. That's just overall going to be a lot of damage. If you're worried about the Shaco or the Ekko or any type of crazy burst damage on you, you know, even Teemo popping out of nowhere and going after you, you can always go with Zhonya's. I know a lot of people are like me. They're like, I'm glass cannon, you know, I don't need any armor, I don't need any defenses, you know, but Zhonya's is a great item in situations like these where you might get blown up by the Ekko or the Shaco or the Teemo even. So if you feel like you need the Zhonya's, you can always go Zhonya's too. This game, we're pretty far ahead. Some people like to change their builds when they get far ahead. They like to, you know, build Luden's Echoes, and they like to build, you know, all this other crazy stuff. I tend to not really change it. I like having Liandry's, I like having the burn, I like having the slow. Okay, so you can see we're on worked ground, but we're still doing damage, you know what I mean? We're still working people, you know? Here we go now. We go find Shaco. I would have chased Ekko, but Ekko's kind of like a real sneaky person. Alright, we gotta find a way over here though. Sometimes it can be hard to chase an Ekko down like that. You know, he can roll one way, roll the other way. You might wall him off, he rolls through your wall, you know, it's like, eh. Okay, again, here we go. This is the passive at work. Oh boy, oh man. Someone hunt that Yorick down, man. We might still be able to catch him with the passive. See him here? Alright. Just gotta make sure. Alright, we'll just go ahead and back. We'll get our Void Staff. Maybe get an elixir. I don't know if we have the... Yeah, we can get an elixir. Oh, Jinx, you're kidding. Oh, we missed the knock there. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. No big deal. It's not nice for those that she cancel a recall in like 2 seconds. Anyways, so we're gonna get Void Staff. I only have 600 gold. I could build towards the death cap, or I just get the elixir. It's only 30 minutes. We got tons of time to get death cap, tons of minions that we can kill to get it. I'll just get the elixir and hope that, hopefully, we get going on a Baron soon or something here. Our CS isn't the greatest, but we have 16 kills. I mean, instead of farming minions, we've been farming champions. Sometimes it just works out that way. See if we can grab Teemo here. If we're gonna get him. Again, Unraveled Earth. Easy day. Now hopefully we can Baron. I'm not sure. Oh, we don't have Lee Sin right now. So we see Ekko. He does have ult. Here's Shaco. I really, really would like to set up for Baron with these guys. You know, we have the wall. Hopefully we'll see what happens here. We might have a... Okay, we can see Ekko's stun is coming in now. Okay, now we know he doesn't have ult. Uh-oh. Found Yorik. This wall. That's a common... not a common mistake, but something that I did just mess up on. I thought I was going this way on my Weaver's Wall. It doesn't happen often, but sometimes you might find yourself going, what did I just do? I've done it before, you know, where my Weaver's Wall goes the wrong way that I didn't want it to go. It happens. Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Unless it's a game-winning, you know, Weaver's Wall, right? Then it's like, oh man, your team's gonna hate you, right? But not a big deal, right? It can happen from time to time. You're like, I thought my mouse was going this way, you know? Looks like our team's gonna chase down these guys. We got Teemo here. We got Jinx. Don't think we can really catch her. Oh. That's the burst of Ekko. Now, if we had Zhonya's, this is why I kind of recommend Zhonya's. If we had Zhonya's there, we might have had a chance to, you know, use our Zhonya's, sit there for 2.5 seconds, and the rest of my team might have been able to show up and do something for me. Maybe get me out of it, or you know, I could knock them away, or something like that. But again, this is the kind of glass cannon version where it's kind of like, well, if you get caught, you get caught, you know? Not a big deal, though. Still super ahead right now. I would like to Baron, though. Hope you guys don't mind. Sorry. Excuse me. So this guy's going ham. Getting to his base. Alright, we're up. Let's go get like a blue buff or something real quick. Alright, looks like my team's pinging Baron. Grab blue buff real quick. See what we can do here. Now, Taliyah's job when it comes to Baron or like dragons, any type of objectives, is to zone, right? We can be on the Baron with our team, but ultimately we want to zone. We want to, you know, not let the other team in. We want to, you know, let them know that, hey, you're not coming through here, right? We can throw rocks, we can throw walls, we can do all sorts of things. So if your team's doing Baron and the other team is maybe collapsing on it, again, numerous options that you can use to zone these guys out of the team fight and keep them away from your team while we do Baron. Right now it's a bit of a stalemate here, though. I usually encourage my teams to just kind of start Baron, and I kind of take it upon myself, like that little responsibility of like, hey man, don't worry, just let me zone. Alright, there's the Ekko ult. Kind of see we're not really in a good position because we really want to go get this Shaco or someone that does things besides Yorick. Looks like Shaco went one of these ways. Alright, found him, so that takes out the jungler. Now we gotta deal with all these guys. Getting wall. We know, oh, his Yorick's ult. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Flash, maybe. Let's push the advantage here. Yorick's ult took us off the wall there. Wow, didn't Ekko just ult? That was kind of crazy. Huh? Oh boy, now we walked into a team mushroom. Now we are totally dying. Obviously we can see they were trying to come at us. Jinx almost hit us with a rocket there. We're kind of playing dangerously. Obviously I could have backed like a while ago. We'll see what happens. The wall, Yorick's ult, man. You know, it's kind of like tunnel vision. I'm like, hey, we're gonna clean these guys up. We're gonna do Baron, and Yorick's ult knocked me off the wall. So something to keep in mind. So we'll clear this wave. We're not too worried about being way up here on top while our team's on Dragon. Again, that's why we have a wall, right? We can go anywhere on the map when we want to, especially at rank 3 with our wall. I really, really would like to see a nice team fight where we can really use our wall and show how it shines in team fights. But we'll see where this game takes us. This one is a bit longer than most. So we're pinging there. We can see Jinx's bot. You know, me personally, shoot, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to start this thing. We have wall, so we can zone everyone if we need to. Let's do it. Alright, so they got the ward now. Again, we're here to zone. That's our job. We're just gonna zone. Except we're stuck in this brick wall. You can see that Baron's probably gonna end up killing us here. Look at it. We're gonna die over here by a blind, I think. Did you see it? It flew all the way. I rode that wall out just to die all the way over there. Alright, so that's gonna be a Baron throw. Obviously not what you want, right? Could we have done more? I don't know. Ekko kind of comes in from a weird way. You got Shaco, you got the Yorick. I guess my team's not as fed as I am. So I'm a little more like, let's just do it, you know? It is kind of tough in this game. We don't really have any type of real front line that we can kind of get behind or you know, play off of and stuff like that. Lee Sin's kind of our tankiest guy right now. I guess you could say Heimer is. So we kind of got to make something work, right? And even though we threw Baron, no big deal. We can still try and work around it. But Yorick hits pretty hard right now, though. Okay, so you can see, trying to get Jinx here. Yorick's got all these little minions everywhere. Getting Rylai's. These guys aren't okay. Well, it seems like every time I say that, right? Like, oh, Rylai's, you know. It's like they just hold me up, wall me up, you know. It's like, dang it. All right, so now Ekko's getting a little bit strong. But we're too far invested into this build, and the game's kind of almost over anyway, so why not death cap, right? Again, though, if we have Banshee's Veil, Zanya's, we might be able to negate that quick burst from Ekko. So if you are having that issue or something, don't hesitate to build those items, right? Those are great items to build. What can we do here? What can we do here? Kind of see the different builds. I think
A tribe without tradition is a flock without a shepherd.
let's just see what we can do here. Try and carry this one. See York down here. Just throw a ward over that wall, see if we can find anyone. Down Teemo. Obviously not going to chase the shroom guy. Yeah, we should probably go take care of those minions. The Baron was kind of the death of us. Kind of got a little messed up in there. Something I think I should mention is Yorick, with all of his little minions, those can really get in the way of your Qs. So you want to try and work around those. I don't know. I'm sure you guys have noticed throughout this game that Yorick's minions are like in the way of our Qs over and over again, right? Okay, again, this is another moment where we kind of use our wall. Have to be careful of that Shaco up top. Have to get clear top. Hopefully we can save that tower there. But I think we're gonna. This one's gonna be for the long haul here. So clear the minions real quick. Get these guys out of the way. Get these guys out of the way. As much as it seems like we're like, oh no, we're on the ropes, I think we're gonna lose this game. Anything can happen, especially on Taliyah, right? You can carry pretty hard, so just keep doing it. What you're doing. If you ever fall behind like this, or you throw, I wouldn't even call it fall behind, right? We just kind of threw this one. But if you have any like little missteps, don't even worry about it. Just keep playing your game, keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully something good comes of it. I think there's a shroom there. There's probably some all over this place actually too. Tough to walk through the jungle late game against Teemo. Alright, looks like we might be setting up for Elder. They definitely see us. We do have to worry about Supermans on the top side. Back real quick. We do have a wall. Let's see if we can shove that wave out a little bit. Alright, so it looks like they were waiting for us to back, huh? Again, so we have the wall. You can see we're coming all the way from the base. All the way into the back line. Put the exhaust on Yorick here. Ekko's on the way in. Ekko's got a stun coming out soon. There it is. You can see he tried to dash across the rocks there, and that was the death of him. We didn't even have to hit the knock on that one, just because he tried to dash across his rocks. And if you can kind of time that right when he's coming at you, you won't even have to deal with him, because he'll dash across him and sticks and stones will break his bones. So it's kind of a long game. Certainly wasn't planning on this one to be long. We snowballed pretty hard early. But nonetheless, more gameplay, huh? I think what we'll do is hopefully try and get this Elder down. But you can see, right, we went all the way back to the base, right, to clear that top wave. And even though we weren't there when the team fight kind of started, the cleanup was totally easy. And we rode the wall all the way from the base. We knocked out this whole area here to where they couldn't get through there.
It is up to all of us to see beauty in the bare stone.
And it made it super easy for us to just clean that one up. Baron is coming up. Let's see what we can do. We're getting to the point where death timers are super long. This is where I start considering maybe we might get a Zanya's just because if we survive an extra team fight or something, an extra couple seconds might be helpful for us. So they're gonna go for the kick there. I'm not sure what. Let's see. Ekko is here. Yeah, Timo here. See, Ekko might be looking for an ult to get into this one. There's Ekko stunned. Kind of see all that damage we did on Jinx. We took her down to about a quarter health. Same with Timo, right? Again, not much to it. I just threw a couple Qs. I even missed the seismic shove, and we were still kind of able to eliminate him. Ooh, Ekko got a good flash there. That would have been the death of him, no doubt whatsoever. Okay, now. This is what I mean by the shining. Again, the wall. Oh, Shaco. But you can see, right? Jinx is totally blocked in. She's totally dead. We let the wall down. Pursue. Now we should be able to Baron, but it looks like my team's calling to end this one, which I'm totally okay with, right? We've been here a while at this point. I'm pretty sure we can end. Who's gonna tank? I don't know. I guess MF. Oh, we had an elixir. Oh, looks like they're pinging that way because of the minions, but we'll get this one either way. Again, Timo. We hit him with some Qs, we knock him. He's gone. We don't even have to worry about that guy anymore. Alright, we're able to get the inhib on that. So again, even though we threw Baron in that last big Baron fight, still totally in this game. We're still one-shotting people. We're still doing insane amounts of damage. So it's not always over. Can we do it? Well, we don't really have Lee Sin, but they don't have Shaco. But we would certainly need him up, I believe. Now, Ekko is bot lane, so I think we have a pretty good advantage here. Doesn't look like they're even gonna contest this. Or maybe they just don't even know. It looks like Jinx did. We have a ton of gold. We're not gonna change our build. We're hitting super hard. We're just gonna buy an elixir, and hopefully this is the last little push here. Maybe this is the last team fight actually at Elder. We'll see what happens. I'm sure Heimer might want this blue. I believe so. Doesn't look like it. He's gonna give it to us. I'm just gonna start Elder just because Heimer has turrets. It's almost like having a third man here. Yeah, if Shaco's around, we could lose it, but Lee Sin's certainly on the way. I'm trying to get it to pull out here. Perfect. Let's see, okay, he's not gonna live, but just have GA. Alright. Again, Rakan's here, we're there. So that's what I mean by having Zanyas. If we had Zanyas there, we might have been able to last a little bit longer. We might have even thrown that team fight for our team. Actually, we did, because Ekko's still alive, so I think Ekko's gonna clean that one up pretty easily. We'll see if Heimer can work some magic here. Now we do have supers moving in, so maybe if you can delay the backs of them. Oh, it looks like he might just go straight in actually. He does still have Baron buff. It doesn't look like they're backing just yet. Shaco may have already backed. But Heimer he certainly may be able to just end it. He might just be able to end this one. That is a lot of damage that he just kind of threw out there. "20 seconds. We have another elixir. Huge wave topside, but let's take care of that. Not sure if he's gonna fully be able to end this one. Looks like York is up now. But we got one turret. On the last Weaver's Wall, I think you can kind of see that one of the dangers of going in like that is, you know, thinking you're gonna, you know, be able to take two people on like that, and the next thing you're like, you're dead. It happens. It's not a big deal. We still got something positive out of it. I don't recommend doing it every time, especially into a Teemo or a Jinx like that. You know, in the late game, we don't have any defensive items, so I don't always recommend it. But in this game, no big deal. We're just here to wreck stuff. Alright, let's see if we can make something happen here. Huh? Doesn't look like they want to fight us too much. Oh, I think I see a shake over here. Definitely don't want to walk in that brush. Teemo backdoored our inhib. Let's see what we can do. Teemo. Yeah, looks like Teemo and Ekko are coming from the side here. Ugh, horrible. This is when we need MR. That's a lot of Teemo damage. Uh-oh. Looks like we left him Teemo over here. This game is just ongoing. Really need to hit the front line. Nice, she lived. That's good. Right now, it looks like what we might be able to do is catch someone dashing over our rocks. This next one. We'll be able to get some people here. Jinx. Oops. Watch out for the rocket. I don't know if she's. Yep, there it is. Close one.
Nothing beats walking on fresh snow.
Same thing. Get an elixir. Coming up on a close, like a little 55-minute thing here now. We'll be able to get Jinx here though. Get a good knock on. No, maybe not. Get a good little bit there. Try and get some of these supers out of the way before we start running it down here. Pretty sure we could end if we can get everyone to move in. Quite the game this is.
Vision guides the thread.
How much time do we have? 30 seconds or so before Ekko and them are up. We do a ton of damage. Yeah. That's the danger. That's the danger of this this glass cannon build. Hopefully our team might be able to end. Not sure. May not be able to. I think Ekko's a little too strong. was a great ult by nah. Nice Sonya's. I think we got Ekko here. Uh oh. Ooh, nice, nice. MS, focus on the inhib over here. Whew. Now we do have a super wave, but I'm coming up in about 9 seconds. I don't know if I'm enough time. MF might actually die here. She might want to just shoot back on that one. Alright, alright. What can we do here? Try and clear these minions. Looks like Baron's up. I think that Baron, hopefully, will be the end of this game here. If we can secure that, I think we might have a shot at getting this done and over with. This is quite a long game. Ugh, team mushrooms are everywhere. I want to try and get a ward in there. Go get a blue buff real quick or something. Our elixirs still pretty solid. But we're gonna have a lot of damage this game, I'll tell you what. I think we're knocking on the door of 100k at least. I'd like to end. Looks like we got our award there. I think we can pull this off, but we gotta get our team over here. Pinging the crap out of us. Don't think we have any wards. Kind of go off of. Not sure why our team doesn't want to push. That's why. Yeah, I don't know. I wish we would have grouped already, so that we could just kind of fight this one out. We're on some long death timers right now. But I think we have a good team fight to really beat these guys. Oof, the Ekko ult into all of them like that though. Chance of the GA. Got some Shaco showing up. This one might finally be over. Oh yeah, no, this one's definitely over. Anyway, so that's a full run through of Taliyah. That's how we play Ekko in lane. You know, her wall, her Nox, her build. Again, this is a glass cannon one. I don't always recommend this build, but it can be a ton of damage. You know, if you have the right team with a front line and stuff like that, it might be a little bit easier to close the game out. But you can't do it all yourself. But thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the Mobifier guide. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. I'll be sure to answer all those. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks.